Hi everyone, welcome to Lady in the Red Bandana. You're here with me, Mish, again, and we are going to be talking to a massage therapist today, and his name is Hitz. Very close family friend of ours. He's pretty much family. So, hello, Hitz.
Hi, Mishy.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, so good to see you.
And
I mean,
you
in
too.
lockdown, we've not got to see each other as much as we normally do, so it's really good that we've got this technology.
No. So, if you just want to tell the viewers and the listeners a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. My name's Hitz. My family and friends call me Hitz. My name's Hitesh Healer. If you look on Instagram or Facebook or any of those social platforms, you'll find me on that. I'm a massage therapist, and I've been working in the massage field for the last 25 years.
Awesome. So, if you want to let us know a little bit about how you got started, so why did you want to do this? What was the reason?
Okay, so the reason it started was when I was 14, I had a skiing accident, and literally the doctor said I'll probably never walk again. But through massage, cupping, acupuncture, yoga, Pilates, all these things got me better, got me stronger. So I know the power of just the natural remedies, how powerful they are, and how your human body will respond to the right stimulus. So from going to literally a massage therapist every single week for 4 years, I kind of picked up a lot of techniques, and I just thought, oh, let's just do this. Oh, I just thought I'd massage my friends and family members, but it was literally your mum that said, "You're really good. You should do this." So thanks to her and her encouragement, she kind of said, "All right, you should do this as a proper job." So I went to college and I trained as a massage therapist, and then 25 years later, we're still doing it.
That's good though, isn't it? You must love it.
When you're young and you're just doing it on your friends and family, and everybody says, "Oh yeah, it feels good," you just think, yeah, they're just saying that because they just want more of the hands-on stuff. But the first time I met your mum through Lena, and she said she's a beauty therapist and she does this all the time, and she had a massage and she said, "No, you should really do this." So the encouragement was there, and it just kept me going. So I was really, now whenever anybody wants to get into this field or any field, I always give them that encouragement to say, look, if you love doing it, and it doesn't matter how good you are now, if you love doing it as just like a lay person without being any training, and you think you want to progress, just do the training. Even if you never use it ever again, if you do it, at least you've got that behind you and you can implement it into everyday life on your friends, your family. You don't have to turn it into a business. As long as you enjoy doing it, just keep doing it.
I think that's really important in both of our fields. It's if you stop enjoying it, people can tell.
Oh yeah. So technically you can have the most perfect massage technique or facial technique, whatever, but the client will pick up your energy. No matter how they say, if they're insensitive or they don't, they're not spiritual or anything else, when you walk into a room or when you're working on someone, they will definitely pick up your energy, and they'll gladly take someone who feels love in doing their job, because you'll feel it and it'll make you feel better as a client. So they'll keep going back to the person that does it with love rather than the person who does it technically perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. So with anything, obviously I'm talking to so many people in so many industries, and with anything like that, there's always high points, there's always low points. So what would you say in the years that you've been doing this, what would you say would be the high points in doing this job? What's obviously it's not like a job to you, it's a lifestyle, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we love it. There's so many high points, but the one I remember the most, there was a young girl. I think she was how old are you when you do your GCSEs? Like 14, 15?
15, yeah.
Something like that. She lived in London, and basically her dad, bless him, he took her everywhere, like Harley Street doctors, and paid for expensive treatments. And they all said literally she needs to have spinal surgery to fix her back, because she could hardly walk 3 steps and she'd be crying. And he rang me up and I said, "Oh, look, feel around on her back, see if you got tender points right on the lumbar region." He pressed and she screamed. I said, "Right, you got the right spot. All you need to do is massage that. And he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, honestly, just keep massaging it and she'll be fine. He's like, no, I don't trust myself, but what are you doing? I'll come and see you right now. I was like, I'm in Leicester, you're in London, it's going to take you 2 hours. He goes, I don't care, I'm coming. So she walked in, like her dad literally carried her in. And half an hour later, we just broke that knockdown and she was walking. She danced around my table. And her dad's like, oh my God, like all these doctors have spent so much money and all it needed was that. I said, no, it's not just that. She will have to do the exercises and everything else to keep it going. And he goes, oh, how much do I owe you? I said, that's all right, don't worry. When she gets married, I'll have a dance at her wedding. Now, like it was like about 15 years later, she messaged me. So this was in 2015. She goes, listen, you better book a ticket to Jamaica because I'm getting married. So she took me to Jamaica and we had that dance. So that was like an amazing thing. She remembered all those years later to say, do you know what? I'm still walking, so thank you.
That is so nice. That's such a nice
that was like
story in your journey. That's so good. So again, we always have to pair yin and yang. We have to pair the highs with some lows, but those lows, I will always say this, those lows are always a lesson. So what would you say that would be your lessons?
Okay, so the determination. There are going to be days when literally everything you do, your clients will say, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Okay. And that's all. And I've learned over the years is to say, all right, don't take it personally because they're not ready for your treatment. They'll probably need something else or a different style of treatment or a different therapist to implement the treatment because your energies just ain't connecting. A lot of the times you'll get people who'll blame you because they don't feel better. And that's fine because you're there to teach them something. And a lot of the times that 1 hour massage isn't going to fix a 20-year-old backache. So you're there to like inform them. So if anybody listening now that says, I want to get into this field, don't think it is just all hands-on. A lot of it is a verbal communication, it's education. You've got to teach your clients the techniques, the exercises, even nutrition, all the different things that are going to help them along their journey. Now, with everything else, it's their journey. You can't force them along it. As much as you want to say, right, just do this, this, and this, and you'll be fine. You can tell them and you'll keep checking up on them, saying, have you done your exercises? Have you started eating better? Have you done, drinking more water? And they'll lie to you and say, yeah, I've been doing all that, but I'm still in this horrible pain. But you just got to remember that's their journey. And if they got to carry on the way they want to. So I'll tell people, okay, if you want to go into this field, prepare to get blamed a lot. But all you can do is do your best, be as informed as you can be, spend your time reading or watching videos, watching other people in your field, and learn from the best. It's like every day I'll put on a video and see somebody do a massage or talking about massage or the history of it, and you'll always pick up something new. And half the time you forget stuff, so once you watch a video you'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good thing to remember. So always keep your mind buried in books and learning, and work from your heart. That's the main thing.
I think education is something that's been a running subject in these chats I've been having with people, because it's all about learning and you can never stop learning. It's always going to be there. You're always, and if you love it and you have that passion for it, you gotta keep learning. And there's always going to be some, like when we go to a spa, when we can go to spas and things again, and get a massage done or get have a facial done or something like that. It's really, really interesting to see how that person does it, and you will always pick stuff up, always, and it's nice to add it into your routine as well.
Yeah. So the amount of times that we've had massages and I was like, oh yeah, how do you do that? Oh, yeah, that felt good. So yeah, you learn a lot, definitely.
You have quite an empowering job, or your career is quite empowering to yourself and to your clients. But do you feel empowered by the knowledge that you have?
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you know, it's one of those things, is you always think I can learn more until you start talking to people and they're like blown away with like what you can tell them about their lives, their lifestyles and things like that. So you forget how much knowledge you actually already have, because you're always like thinking to yourself, oh, I need to learn more about this, need to learn more about this, which is, like you said, it's till the day we die, it's a continual learning process. But if you stop and take just account of like how much you actually do know, you kind of amaze yourself sometimes, because a lot of the times you kind of bury it at the back of your mind, and then when it comes up, you just think, oh yeah, I know how to do that. I know how to advise people on certain conditions. So yeah, it's really empowering job. It's one of those jobs you meet, like yourselves, so many different walks of people, and something that somebody tells you in the morning will be relevant to somebody else, like in the evening or the day after. And it's like the networking. You'll always know somebody who does something who will help somebody else out. So it's nice to help as many people as we can.
The other interesting thing that happened to you, we're talking about empowering people, is one of your videos went viral. Is that right? And you got with your hairdressing one. Was that the one?
The hairdressing one. Which one was
that? Was it the one where there was a hairdresser that came into you, and then her photo went viral, and then it would just all went a bit crazy for you for a bit, didn't it?
Yeah. So this girl came and had her back massaged. So I do a special, I do a Chinese technique called gua sha, which people might not have heard of it, but basically we scrape down the muscle tissue using a tool. And it leaves these red marks on your back, but it shows the pathways of where all the damaged tissue is. So she just took a picture, put it on her Facebook, and it had like 50-60 shares in like the first few minutes of when she put it up. So I thought, oh, she's got a lot of clients, she must be sharing her picture. And then then I went to sleep, and it had like about 1,000 shares. Woke up in the morning, it had 10,000 shares, and my inbox was like boom, 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 just full up. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? And just all these questions, all these magazines, radio stations, just messaging me, ringing me. And I was like, how did you find out about me? Little did I know that hairdresser does red carpet events, and she's quite famous in her field. So yeah, it kind of blew up crazy.
That must have been really nice for you, though.
Oh, do you know, it was so overwhelming at that point. But when you look back and you think, oh my God, it was one of those things that kind of like just blew my career from literally a part-time thing to just a full-time event. Yeah, it was just amazing.
Are you feeling that when you come back, when we have our big comeback, hopefully, next month, how are you feeling about that? Do you feel like, are you booked up? Are you what's going on?
People are like, oh, but you can't wait to get back to work. I was like, no, I want to go on holiday first before I do anywhere.
That's being real.
Yeah. But yeah, there are times when you get like itchy fingers, because like you, it's like if I work 7 days a week, I don't see it as work. I want to do it because it feels good. And like the first 2 weeks of lockdown were like, oh, I've got a rest, so that's good. But then after that, I'm like, oh, I need to do it. I need to, I need to work. I need to make people better. You get that kind of, I don't know, that something inside you wants you, that drive to say, all right, let's what can we do? So rather than the physical hands-on stuff, it all went online. So clients were booking in slots on WhatsApp or on Instagram, and we're just like talking them through exercises to do at home, or stretching exercises, just going through the whole yoga sequence with them. So it kind of literally went from people knocking on your door like 10 hours a day to like literally sitting on I'm just sitting on my bed, but sitting down and watching people do their exercises. So it kind of changed like the whole of last year. But yeah, I can't wait to get back in and do what we do best.
Absolutely. With looking after yourself, how do you, obviously that's really important, I'm guessing, to you as well. So what do you do self-care wise, whether it's mentally, physically? What do you do at home now to make sure that you're well prepared for when you're getting back to work? And
Okay.
how do you, when you are at work, how do you look after yourself?
All right. So when we first started, it was crazy. You know, you work 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, even at, you know, whatever time anybody comes, you're just like, yeah, we'll do this. And then you get to a point you think, you know what, I'm just knackering this body out just to make somebody else feel better. And it's not fair on the next person because they're just going to get a lesser version of you. I kind of made a stop to that, and I realized, like, all right, I need time for myself. So each morning I'll take time out to first do my yoga, have a good breakfast, and just take it like a chilled out morning, because then we know, like, because most of my clients are mostly evenings, late into the night kind of clients, because everybody's working during the day. So I give that time to myself. Wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I'll either put like a meditation on or an inspirational video on, so it feeds your mind first, and then do the yoga, get the body ready. And while I'm working as well, it's important to protect yourself, like, from people's energies, because when you're massaging, you're intimate with that person, you're picking up their energy as well. And a lot of the times when they come to you, it's because they are broken, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically. Yeah, all those little things need addressing. And during the massage, as the person relaxes, they let go of a lot of their energies. And you know, empaths like us, we pick up stuff really, really quickly. So yeah, you need to, like, just protect yourself, call upon your angels, whatever you need to do to ground yourself, you do that. And it's important to leave that energy with them at the end of the day. You don't carry it with you, you know, because you're going to see your next client and they'll be able to pick that up. So it's really important to just cleanse yourself, cleanse your mind, and your spirit as well.
So would you say that self-care is a massive part of your life as well? And would you probably recommend it to pretty much everyone and all your clients?
Yeah, so let me tell you a story about one of my clients. He's a heart surgeon, a cardiac surgeon, and he told me, like, his exact words were, Hitesh, you know, the blood that comes into your heart has 4% oxygen. Okay, so when you breathe in, the air that you have is only 4% oxygen. 3 of that percent your heart will take. So that's 75% of the oxygen. Your heart takes it first, because without the heart, everything else is useless. Yeah. And he goes, you got to do the same as well. Like, you need to take your rest. You need to look after yourself first, and then everybody else will benefit from it. Because if you burn yourself out, nobody benefits. So I always say, yeah, look after yourself. Even my clients that I know who are just working themselves to the bone, I know it's a hard time at the moment, but you need to take time out for yourself, because, you know, if you're providing for your family and if you've got a family to look after, without you, what are they going to do?
It's
Yeah.
that
So
same thing of when you're on a plane, that you put your own
mm,
mask on first
yeah,
before helping anybody else, isn't it?
anybody else, yeah, because you don't want to be the casualty that somebody else needs to look after.
Yeah, it is true. And I think we're all guilty of it. We
Yeah,
all work ourselves to the bone when we can. We all work ourselves
yeah,
to the bone and we get really, really tired. But then you're advising everyone else
yeah.
to look after
We're in
themselves,
that
make
field.
sure you're resting, drinking enough water. It's so funny that we're always advising that. I mean, I've been trying so hard to make sure I'm drinking water, making sure
Mm.
my nutrition is right, not being silly about it, but just making sure that I'm doing the right thing. And hopefully that will carry on when I'm working as well. But what's the
Mm.
point if we're not well? Then we can't really tell anyone else, can we?
We can't. You can't tell somebody else, oh, stop smoking, and while you've got a fag in your
I
mouth,
know,
right?
exactly.
So,
Absolutely.
and that thing about water, you know, it's really important. Now I always have a glass of water ready for me and my client. And while I'm working, I'll be just sipping away. So I find it's easier to sip little bits throughout the day rather than chugging a pint and then you're dying to go to the loo all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Especially in
absolutely.
our
I
jobs,
agree.
hey, it's like you have to have your timing so right.
Yeah, I think with when we're working, that I think that's when I'm guilty of it the most. not drinking enough water. I'm lucky because I've got mum, and she would always be like bringing me glasses of water and making sure I'm eating and making sure I'm
Yeah.
doing everything else. But I reckon if I was on my own in there, I just wouldn't eat or drink or anything, because you just don't have time when you're in that
Yeah,
situation.
back to back. So even now, the way I'm doing the bookings now is on 10 till 12 o'clock eat, 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock. Then I've got 3 o'clock, half an hour or whatever to eat something else and then start again. So I'm going to just use that time scale because it just works good for me. So I'm just going to stick to it.
I think that's so important to make sure that you are, because you need to be the best, like you say, for your morning client. But whatever, if you've got a morning client to your last client at night, you need to give them that same amount, don't you, of energy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with that.
They'll feel it and they'll be like, don't want to go there anymore.
So I've touched on this a little bit, but what do you think you would love to do more of each day if you could? So say we're working again, we're back into normal whatever normal life is. What would you like to do more of each day?
I like the education part of it. So teaching people how to look after their bodies. When people come in for the massage, so I use the cupping. Cupping's really kicked off at the moment. A lot of people want the cupping, which is really good because it just works so much deeper. So I educate them about the aftercare, why they got into that situation, what they can do to address it. So just mentoring them is a better word, isn't it? Like you just mentor them how to look after themselves better. So really enjoying because literally because of the online work, it's just been mentoring people. So I've loved doing that. So yeah, just do more of that in each treatment.
Sounds good. Sounds like a nice little different thing that you're doing to what you're
Yeah,
normally used to, which is good.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
everyone's learned a little bit extra to add to their repertoire during this time, so it's been good. And thank you for being a part of this little project that I'm doing as well. Really appreciate
And
it.
thank you for feeding my soul.
Good. I'm glad I do. Right.
You do.
I will see you really soon. Okay.
All right. Take care.
Take
God
care.
bless you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Well, I think my best personal care tips for myself is take time to exercise, whatever form you want, even if it's just go for a walk. I do my yoga every day, first thing in the morning. So look after your physical body. The second thing is feed your mind, whether it's reading a book, watching people, listening to podcasts, YouTube. It's there at your fingertips, so you can't say got no time or energy to go somewhere. It's literally it's on your phone, so it's at the end of your fingertips. So look after your body, look after your mind. And 3, always take time to just surround yourself with people that you want to be around. If this lockdown's taught me anything, the people that you miss the most are the ones that feed your soul, and we've missed being around those kind of people. So yeah, take time to be around people that feed your soul.
We have been the lady in the red bandana, and we want you to be empowered to believe in yourself.